Alright, let's try this again. By the way, I guess let me introduce myself. My name is Wayne Edwards. I'm 35 years old, going on 36. And this is a subject, I guess, that everybody has been kind of wondering what the fuck I'm going to do. Or maybe nobody really cares. Either or. I'm not an important person. Currently, I'm walking to rent a car. Something happened with the transmission in my car, so I got stuck at a dealer. Dealer didn't have any loaners or rentals when I dropped it off, so I pretty much had to go hoof it home. I ended up calling them on Saturday, probably about an hour before close. They tell me I'm not going to have a car till Tuesday. Plenty of time to prepare to get a car to go to work this lovely Monday. Today, I imagine, must be August 1st. So yeah, fitness, elephant in the room, fitness. What is Wayne going to do regarding fitness? I'm not currently being coached by anyone. I'm not currently following any programs. And I've just kind of been winging it, you know. I loosely eat food based off predetermined macros. I don't go too crazy. I don't snack. I eat well within, I guess you would say, my means. If not, I'm not eating much at all, which probably isn't that great. I should probably do something about that. Hey, little guy. The whole fitness thing for me started, well, it's been a constant battle of starting and stopping. There was never really any constant grind. You know, I used to be the Globo bro, used to go to the gym and, you know, do what every Globo bro does. You know, come one week, lift some shit. Come the next week, try and lift more shit. Basically, lift weights like you're still in high school football, and slide that little pin further down on that stack of plates. That was considered progress. Dieting. We started drinking protein shakes. Yeah, this is gonna be the ticket right here. Protein shakes. I'm gonna eat 3 square meals a day. Time it out, lose weight, and you know what? The bro formula works. You don't have to be a genius with this shit. You want to take it to like the next level, you hire a coach. They do this thing called macros for you. You know, if you're not that much of an idiot, you can be taught to be accountable when it comes to food. So that's all fine and dandy. Roughly around 2010, 2011, I think it was the beginning of 2011, my New Year's resolution basically was to stop being a fat fuck. For my sake and for my girlfriend's sake and just my family's sake. And so I signed up for CrossFit. I wanted to do something different. I didn't want to just be doing dumb old bro shit. You know, signed up for CrossFit, and that worked out for a while. I really liked it. It reminded me of high school football. So yeah, CrossFit. Signed up for CrossFit. It was great. Started losing weight. Started doing things I never thought that I'd be capable of. And then vanity kicked in. And what do I mean by vanity? I mean the lustful thought of being better than my 14-year-old self in my 20s. What I mean by that is just basically, you know, I was not strong in high school. I was not big. From the end of high school up to about 18, 19 years old, I was only 140 pounds. I'm 235 pounds as of this morning. I haven't been to the gym. I don't care about the gains anymore. It's become the immense lust for being good at weightlifting, bodybuilding, powerlifting, etc., etc. It consumed me. I just really endlessly fought to be better than myself in high school. So the CrossFit thing, you know, I'm just going to give you a quick history. We did CrossFit for a while, and I started to distance myself from CrossFit because, as I was stating, the whole 14-year-old, you know, 15-year-old Wayne, high school self, I was an introvert. I didn't like talking to people. This helped me become more sociable. Somewhat a means of some kind of therapy. You know, I normally just sit on the computer at home all day by myself, hanging out. Excellent. So basically, I was a huge introverted nerd. Sat on the computer all day, sit at home, draw, anything to avoid basically human contact. From time to time, I would do kid-related shit. I would go ride my bike, I'd go hang out with my buddies, I'd get into mischief, I shoplifted, all the shit you do as a shitty teenager, right? And then as I became more sociable, I was introduced to gossip and drama, things that you don't deal with when you're an introvert because you don't fucking talk to nobody. And that was kind of frightening to me. You have a pack of friends, people that you think are your friends, associates, your comrades, your homies, whatever. You have like your people that are your ride and dies, and then you have people that, given the opportunity, as soon as they're not around, you start opening your mouth about them, having an opinion. And basically, CrossFit eventually became that. And that's why I got out of CrossFit. The pursuit of strength was not something I felt was achievable with general CrossFit. And CrossFit's expensive. I don't know if you know this. It might be cheaper now. It might not be. But $200 a month for a gym membership where you feel you're becoming a mediocre athlete, lifter, whatever you want to call it, basically was not enough for me to continue doing CrossFit. So I started doing primary lifts. Try to do basic shit, just teach myself what I could. You know, I started out with nutrition, did the paleo diet, combined with CrossFit. I lost like 32 pounds in 2 months. It was an extreme weight loss. I realized the mistakes or the consequences of losing weight in that manner. I lost a lot of physical weight, but I also lost a lot of lean mass in the process. And that is because of the mishandling of macros. I probably was not eating enough protein to preserve muscle mass. I was just eating a set amount of calories, and every week I was shaving 50 calories off of that and keeping my workload the same. And there was certain days where I would run and I would dehydrate for 24 hours. And luckily I never had any kind of ill effects from that other than probably destroying my fucking metabolism. So now I'm at the pinnacle of what my metabolism is capable of in my mid-30s. So there's no becoming a macronator for me. There's no becoming some kind of dude that can just stuff down 3,500 calories because that's what my body requires. Unless I resort to testosterone or steroids, basically to jumpstart all the shit in my body that requires the breakdown of protein. So I started, I started to look for other means of fitness rather than CrossFit. And so we ended up doing Windler's 531 combined with Carb Night, basically just carb cycling. You eat ketogenic for a couple of weeks, a week at a time, and then one day you're supposed to do a carb refeed within reason. It's all supposed to still follow macros. It's just sometimes I got a little nuts. You know what I'm saying? You guys seen the shit I eat. I got a little nuts. And so it wasn't sustainable because that one day that we got a little nuts, it just fed the beast. It was hard to switch off that refeed day and not want to fucking be on a refeed day every day. I don't want to go back to eating just meat and cheese and drinking non-fat milk and fucking bulletproof coffee. I want to eat a box of goddamn cereal, 2 boxes of cereal, 3 boxes of cereal, a box of Pop-Tarts, all kinds of games. And that was really bad for me. So, I got pretty far with that. Got down to about a decent 195 pounds. We put some weight back on from the paleo weight loss. And we started to improve our strength. I started to work with one of my buddies, Corey Niesel. Shout out to Corey. And he basically helped me regulate my intake. So he had me doing macros, he had me doing regular ass cardio, just 160, 180 heart rate, moderate intensity, steady state cardio. Well, no, that's, miss, that's right. And we probably do, I would say, maybe 1,200 calories a week. Not that much, not too strenuous. But slowly, like based on how my weight went down and how I looked in pictures, you know, we'd adjust the macros every other couple of weeks, or we'd increase or decrease the cardio, etc., etc. And this is while I was still doing Wendler's 5-3-1. And eventually, like, I started again lusting for strength, lusting for gains, because we were starting to make some progress on our bench, our squat. You know, my squat was 335, about 335. 335. My deadlift was 440, and my bench was about 180 or so. So things were starting to pick up in that regards. And so I was looking for ways to get even stronger than that. And eventually, Corey put me onto the cube method by Brandon Lilly, which kind of opened up all kinds of social doors at that point. A lot of people were either doing the cube method or Shaco at the time. And slowly after that, they started doing the juggernaut method. Basically, whatever new Mickey Mouse powerlifting program would come out that promised all kinds of gains, everybody and their mom wanted to start doing. And I was no different. So that worked out well with Corey for a while. But then that Carb Night beast came back. Corey had me at a really decent point to where it was actually a requirement to do refeeds. He got me down to about 185. I had really decent muscle mass on me. Again, my lifts were kind of shit, but I was vascular. I looked the way that I kind of wanted to. I really wanted to push to 165, 170, just to see like my full potential, or at least the potential I was willing to commit to. And I think I just really hit a mental wall with the cardio, with the macros. You know, the fat was really low, the carbs were really low. The protein was really high. Basically, just doing that in general, it got hard mentally. It was just really hard to continue to eat low fat, not be sociable. I couldn't go to anything. I could go to things. I just was not a responsible adult. All that mattered was the gains. So I can't trust myself to be a responsible adult. And then there's the plenty of times where I fucked up on the diet. When I could have just remained accountable, I didn't. And I kind of fucked that all up, and I needed a break. And I got really lustful about these gains. It was hard for me to maintain the gains I was making and lose weight. And that's the catch-22 with fitness. You can't serve two masters. You can't get stronger while getting skinnier. You can't. People will say it's possible. If anybody will take money from you to coach you, to tell you this is possible, then they either see genetic potential in you, they want to find the genetic potential in you. It is slightly possible to do this, but it is not possible to do it the way that you think as a natural athlete. Now, if you use steroids, fuck yeah. It's hella easy to get fucking strong and lose weight at the same time, increase your metabolism, all kinds of cool, crazy shit, because you're on steroids. It's basically fucking, you're taking the shit Captain America took to recover, to get stronger faster, and get back out there and do it again. It's gonna turn your body into a furnace because you're growing all this muscle. You need to feed that muscle. But as a natural athlete, if you're eating 40 grams of fat, 200 grams of carbs, and 250 grams of protein, you're not recovering the same way somebody on steroids is. I hate to break it to you. So all you natural bodybuilders out there who think you're gonna get stronger while losing weight, you're gonna be sold a dream once you pay that coach whatever the fuck it is they take per month to make you have delusions of grandeur. So enjoy that. If that's your current journey. This isn't a story about having an eating disorder and recovering from that, and now I'm a better woman. So fast forward, I had to pick. Do I want the gains Or do I want to be ripped and skinny and weak as fuck? And that's where the vanity kicked in. I didn't want to lose my gains. I didn't want to lose my progress. So I signed up with a powerlifting coach. And the good thing about powerlifting is that being a fat fuck in powerlifting is somewhat promoted. It's somewhat like a badge of honor. You know, if I've ever seen an eating disorder worse than women's bikini competitions, it would be powerlifting, especially. So if you do 24-hour weigh-ins, then you probably powerlift because you have an eating disorder. You spend a whole bunch of time doing a program, probably loosely following a diet, binge eating. Then you're rushing to cut water, cut whatever it is pounds you gotta cut to make your weight class. Make weight, you spend the whole day eating like shit, ruining 2 to 3 months of weight loss. And then you have a shit meet. You read some big old fucking sappy old post on Instagram about you didn't have the meat that you wanted. Not everything went right. You got sick. Something happened with your immune system and you don't know what it was. Boo fucking who. And it's because you fucking have a powerlifting eating disorder. And that's why I was never really into competing. On top of the fact that it also is like high school in powerlifting. There's no sport, hobby, whatever the fuck it's called, that doesn't have a bunch of basic bitches just gossiping all the time, talking about other people behind their back, making fun of somebody for half squatting, half benching, you know, fucking putting weight on there, YOLO swagging all the time, knee bending on the leg press. And I'm guilty, you know, I'm one of these people that will make fun of somebody for that, you know, and that's just because I have the benefit of wanting to constantly improve myself. So the other people that go to the gym that also do this for fun can pretty much bask in my greatness. How fucking ridiculous does that sound? And I notice more and more of this in the culture of powerlifting, exercise, fitness. It's fucking disgusting. Now I've gotten to a point where my strength is great. I'm really strong. I'm not as strong as I could be, but I'm strong enough. You know, my weight, I'm 100 pounds heavier than I was when I was 19. You know, my arms are 18 inches, the dream. You know, my thighs are 30 inches. Fortunately, I have the worst quad development because I'm all upper quad based on my genetics. And I'm also all upper guys. Basically what I'm trying to say is I signed up for powerlifting. I got really strong. I got what I wanted. I got the gains. I wasn't happy. Now I'm fat again. Now I'm upset that I'm fat, but I'm strong. It's like no matter what you do in fitness, you'll never be happy with yourself. And you could probably be Arnold fucking Schwarzenegger. You'll still never be happy with what your final product is. There's always some way to knock yourself down. And even if you did reach the pinnacle of what you think you're capable of in fitness, it's still not good enough for somebody else. Somebody else will fucking try to chip away at what you've done. You know, somebody will find a way to knock what you did down. Even if you somehow managed to become the biggest fucking house of muscle in a 180-pound frame or some shit, break all kinds of world records, someone's going to find a way to break down what you did. They're going to talk shit about you behind your back. They're going to talk shit about what you do, your passion, etc., etc. And it's basically everything I hated about high school. Speaking of which, walking by a gym right now. And it's just the energy that you feel inside of one. Everybody looking at you, sizing you up. You know, oh, he's lifting this much, he must be on drugs. Oh, he's not lifting that much, he must be a bitch. That's pretty much gym culture. It's fucking disgusting. And I personally I don't like being a part of it. So what am I going to do now that I'm not powerlifting anymore? I don't care about bodybuilding. I don't care about my arms getting bigger. I definitely don't care about my legs or ass getting any bigger. You know, I'm coasting on macros right now. I'm not really actively lifting. I'm not really actively, goddamn, this is a long ass walk. I'm not actively cutting. You know, I know I post a lot of crazy shit on Instagram when it comes to food, but I do not eat that way all the time. Most of the time I don't really even eat. You know, it's really hard for me to put food down. I don't know if it's some kind of pseudo-psycho fucking depression from, you know, how I've let myself go thinking that, you know, all that matters is the gains. So, you know, this 10 pounds is okay. We'll get rid of it, no problem. 20 pounds later, it's no problem. Keep pushing. It's all about the gains. 30 pounds later, we got to do something about this. I'm getting really strong. It's really great. I'm doing amazing things with my body. But, you know, but we can still recover from the 40 pounds later. All right. Fuck this shit. We have now gone full circle with fitness. You know, it's just we're back at square one. As far as I'm concerned, I don't look from the original 240 that I was when I started CrossFit. I'm a different 240, but it doesn't matter. It's still, at the end of the day, it's 240. I don't want to be 240. I don't know what I want. And that's the problem. I don't know what I want, and constantly going to the gym and trying to figure that out per session, I think is causing more damage than good. So I'm really taking the time. I'm just really taking the time to let these cars go by. But no, seriously, I'm really just trying to take the time to figure out what's gonna be best for me. I'm thinking that the original formula that I had going on with Corey probably was the best out of all of them. It netted what I consider to be the most desirable results for me. We finally made it to this Nissan dealership, yo. Those generated the most desirable results for me, and it was just due to my lack of diligence, discipline, and desire to continue the work that we were able to achieve with Corey. That's not to say any other coach that I had was bad. Again, they did what I paid them to do. They got me strong as shit. That's what I wanted. And unfortunately for myself, for my mental stability, I can't be strong and eat rapid. I lift, I have to eat like a savage. I have to eat like a savage, I have to lift like a savage, etc., etc. There's certain times, even when I was balls deep powerlifting, not eating enough. Yeah, I'm just gonna get back to cardio bunny status. Probably sit there and give the old weight rack a meat spin every now and then. You know, see where we go from there. You know, continue to see if we can keep up the pace of just eating controlled set of macros, not really worrying about adjusting anything or being precise or perfect or blah, blah, blah. Just, you know, being consistent. Let's start there. We can figure out what we want to do from that point. But really, only goal at this point is to drop some. Anyways, thanks for listening. This is Wayne, aka Omicron. Peace out.